Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, completely disoriented, and fumbled for the light switch or the door? Imagine that feeling, but 10 times worse. Imagine waking up and the door to your bedroom is just gone, not locked, not jammed, vanished. That's what started happening to me when I moved into this old farmhouse in North Dakota. The first time it happened, I thought I was dreaming. I woke up needing a glass of water, and my hand just slapped against smooth, solid drywall where the doorknob should have been. I panicked, my heart pounding in my chest. I felt my way around the entire room, my hands tracing the walls, searching for a seam, a knob, anything, but there was nothing. It was like I was sealed in. I sat on the floor, my back against the cold wall, and just waited. I must have cried, I'm not sure. Then, as the first rays of sunlight crept through the window, I heard this soft, subtle click, and there it was, the door, right back where it had always been, looking completely normal. I tried to rationalize it. A nightmare, maybe sleepwalking. I even laughed it off. But then it happened again the next night. And the night after that. The door wasn't always gone though. Sometimes, it would just move. One night I found it on the wall where my dresser was supposed to be. Another time, it was on the ceiling. Yes, the ceiling, a perfectly normal looking door, complete with a frame and a brass knob, just floating up there, completely out of reach. I felt like the room was playing a cruel game with me, testing me, teasing me. I started documenting it. I set up a small camera on a tripod, pointing it at the door before I went to sleep. I was desperate for proof, to show myself I wasn't losing my mind. The first night I recorded, I was almost too scared to watch the footage. I plugged the memory card into my laptop, my hands shaking. I sped through the hours of darkness. And then, I saw it. It was subtle, almost imperceptible at first. The edges of the door frame began to blur, to ripple like a heat haze on a summer road. Then the entire door seemed to melt into the wall, dissolving into nothing. The wall became a solid, unbroken surface. Just before dawn, the process reversed. The outline of the door shimmered back into existence, solidifying until it was just a door again. Watching that footage changed everything. This wasn't a dream. This was real. The fear I felt before was nothing compared to the ice-cold dread that now filled me. This wasn't just a house with a weird quirk. This was a place that actively defied the laws of physics. The room was alive, and it seemed to have a personality, a malicious, playful one. I felt like a lab rat in a maze, with the maze itself rearranging its walls just to watch me struggle. I stopped trying to leave the room at night. I bought a mini fridge and a case of bottled water, kept snacks in my bedside table. I even got one of those portable camping toilets. My bedroom became my self-contained prison. I told myself it was fine, that I could live with it. As long as I didn't try to leave, the room would leave me alone. But the room, it seemed, got bored. The moving door wasn't enough anymore. Things inside the room started to change. One morning, I woke up and my bed was in the opposite corner. The next, my bookshelf had swapped places with my dresser. Small things, at first, but they were escalating. It was a constant, low-level psychological torment. I never knew what I would wake up to. Would my window be on the floor? Would my lamp be hanging upside down from the ceiling? It felt like the room was trying to see how much I could take before I snapped. I thought about moving out, of course. I thought about it every single day. But a strange thing happened. I started to feel a bizarre connection to the room. It was terrifying, yes, but it was also mine. This strange, impossible phenomenon was my secret. Who would believe me anyway? They'd think I was crazy. A part of me was also morbidly curious. What would it do next? How far would it go? It was like being in a relationship with a ghost, a possessive entity that didn't want to let me go. The scariest night was last Tuesday. I woke up not because I needed anything, but because of a sound, a soft scratching. It was coming from the wall where the door used to be. Scratch, 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 like an animal trapped inside the drywall. Then, the scratching stopped, and a new sound began. Tapping, 3 slow, deliberate taps. Tap, tap, tap. It wasn't the room moving things. It felt like something was on the other side, trying to get in. But there was no other side when the door was gone. It was just a solid wall. So what was knocking? I haven't slept properly since. I sit up all night, watching the walls, listening. The door still disappears, but now I am more afraid of what might happen when it's gone than I am of being trapped. The room isn't just playing games anymore. It feels like it's waiting for something, or maybe it's letting something else know where to find me. Last night I didn't just hear tapping. I heard a whisper. It was faint, distorted, like it was coming from a great distance, and it whispered my name. I know I have to leave. This has gone too far. My curiosity has turned into pure, primal fear. I'm packing my things during the day, a little at a time, trying not to be obvious, as if the room can see me. I feel like I'm planning a prison break. I have to wait for the sun to be high in the sky, when the house feels the most normal, the most dormant. I'm going to walk out that door and I am never, ever looking back. I just have to hope that when I get to the front door of the house, it's still there. What if it's not just the bedroom? What if the whole house has forgotten where the doors are? I don't know what I'll do then, but I have to try. Wish me luck. I think I'm going to need it. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever experienced something you can't explain, let me know in the comments. It helps to know you're not alone. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more strange tales. Stay safe out there.